it to some weekend where we play 2. So.
I actually almost went to Kansas City for Christmas this year on my own, just to go to the Chiefs game. There was a concert going on.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm actually not from Kansas City. My little sister lives there.
You know,
Well, yeah, we're from way out west, actually, but it's like Kansas City's the easy. We always stop in Kansas City because that's where my little sister is. So.
Wait on Steven. I'm not sure. Yeah, but just make sure we got the right thing before. Oh, okay, go ahead and start. Steven says so. Well, okay, we'll go ahead and get started then. Opening statement first, and then we'll go questions.
Yeah, so I guess previewing a couple games this week at home. St. Bonaventure on Sunday, which we are. It's kind of a Christmas festival. We've got a teddy bear toss going on Sunday that will benefit the Hoops Family Children's Hospital here. And then the Chattanooga game on Wednesday is a 1 o'clock start. They're both 1 o'clock starts. The Chattanooga game, we're doing some stuff with Huntington area businesses to try to get some connections and people from downtown and around town to come into the Henderson Center and watch us compete. So looking forward to these two home games. Obviously got back from the South Florida road trip, and I think our team got better in that game. There's a lot of the film that's good. There's some of it that there's just a couple stretches in there for 3 minutes or 4 minutes that I think if we could have them back, we would have had a little bit more chance to win at the end. But I think our competitiveness, I thought we played really physical for a team that, meaning them, is very physical. I mean, I think they can play with anybody in the country in terms of their size, their athleticism, and things like that. And I thought for much of that game we rose to the occasion in that. And now we've just got to learn how to put it to use, on Sunday at 1 o'clock when we tip against St. Bonaventure.
Any questions? Paul first, if you'd like.
What does St. Bonaventure do that maybe concerns you the most? You look at their record. Are they a team that is indicative of the record?
Well, they really shoot a lot of threes if you look at it. And I think anytime you have to guard as many different people on the perimeter as what shoot it for them, that can be a scary, I guess, proposition going into the game. They're an A-10 team, and if you follow basketball well, you have a really good respect for that league. So, I don't know that we're going to spend a lot of time looking at the record. We went up there last year. We played a great first half, and they played a great second half, and it came down to one shot. We didn't make it, and so I think that we understand that there's going to be size and athleticism. There's going to be a lot of really good players over there, and we will need to play well to feel good about it at 3 o'clock on Sunday. So, but I think generally speaking, they have a really good post player. Ayanna Lopes, I think is how you say her name. And then around that, they just have multiple people that are going to let it fly. So we've got to do a good job of making the shots difficult. You'll have to rebound well. Long rebounds sometimes are hard to chase down. So doing our best to get ready for that. We'll start here. We had the day off yesterday, so our team really doesn't know that much about them yet. We'll start here in a couple minutes with that.
You faced Dulcie, what's her name, again, long name for South Florida, the big post player. What did you learn about the team's inside ability to defend big post players? Again, you mentioned Ayanna for St. Bonaventure, so what did you learn about the team's ability to handle a player like that?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Watching it live, I was like, we're doing fine on her. And then you look at her line at the end, and she was 7 for 9 and had 20, and so I think that's a nod to her. She's pretty talented, and we've got I'm comfortable that we've got some multiple people to run in there. Mo Matthews has started the year really well. You're going to talk to Shanniah here. I thought Shanniah had her most impactful game the other day that she's had yet at Marshall. And yet she still had a nice game because she's a quality player. So I think that's an area we got to continue to grow in. Shanniah, who you're going to talk to, I think can impact us a little bit more on the offensive end. She did that the other night. We've got to learn when she's in there how to get the ball to her so that she can help, collapse defense in a different way. We've got players like Rowe and Abby who obviously do that with penetration. And, Shanniah made a nice play through a post entry pass and a kick out that she can score it in there. We've got to learn to do that. Mo's really scoring it well. So I like where that position is. We're getting more out of that position than we ever have. And yet I think they all know that they've got room to play better.
I was also going to say Rochelle, the performance she had the other day. And reflecting on that, what you kind of see in that when looking at the game?
She likes to play. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Watching her, it's kind of funny. She scores the first shot for us a lot, and I think when she makes it, she really feels good about herself, and she really got cooking down there, and it's fun to watch. There's a lot of times as a coach that you just kind of with a player like that, you can just kind of give her space and let her go play, and it's good to have a piece like that when she gets going, she can cause problems, and she did that. Abby did that as well. She was really good with the ball. She dropped some passes in there that were just, when you watch them on film, you think they're pretty good live, then you watch them on film, and it's like, that's really good. And I'm encouraged. I thought she shot a lot of shots that we need Abby to shoot. She will make more than 1 for 9. But I like the fact she shot them. They were all the right shots for us. She's got to let them fly.
Last one for me is that 2 games left before conference play starts. So what would you like to see from the team in these next 2 games to really get that final tune-up?
These are 2 really important wins, and we have been kind of talking about this push really since we got back from Savannah. That we had quite a few home games coming up, and we wanted to grow and play better down the stretch. So I think that overall we bring a lot of positives from the performance at South Florida, and now we have 2 home games, and you always want to play well at home. I think the South Florida game was important because we do have to start the league on the road, and that's always difficult. You want to get off to a good start, and so we're going to have to tackle that. And I thought we handled that pretty well down there. So, hopefully we play well twice going into Christmas. We have a nice little break, and then we'll have 2 tough road games to start the conference season.
Questions from anyone else?
Pretty excitement now that you've got some enhancements coming to the Bonaventure Center. You got a new core and some other things going on. What kind of excitement are you getting from your team, knowing that there are things going on around them that are really there to enhance their experience?
Yeah, I think it's not something that we've talked about directly for a while, and some of that is we practiced on the other floor, then we went to South Florida, then we got back and there's a new floor, so we haven't even seen each other since it's been done. So Shanniah and I were talking about it on the way in here. It changes the look of the Henderson Center a lot. So I'm anxious to get down there and practice. We're gonna practice in the practice gym today, Gullickson, and that's completely different now and nice. And we shoot in there a lot now. We shoot down there, and then we go down on the main floor and do our 5-on-5 stuff. So there is, I appreciate what Christian has done since the day he walked in here. I guess I've been walking these hallways for 11 years going, let's get this thing in the 21st century. And it has taken him, I don't know how many months he's been here, but not very long to start moving things. And every time I see him in here, I get excited because I run up to him and try to figure out what he's going to do next. And he's moving things in a great direction for basketball, and that is, I think, appreciated by everybody in our program.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
We have Shanniah Wright. Any questions for Shanniah? While you have the first option, I'll go. If not, though.
Should I just talk about coming back home and taking the experiences from South Florida and try to move forward with these next 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, South Florida was a great team. Probably one of the best we've played yet. I think we played them well. I think that we got a lot of room to grow. But I think that in terms of our fight, our competitiveness, we didn't go away the whole game. And I think that's intangibles that we bring. every day, and that we're continuing to bring it every day to build as our character. When you come to play Marshall, you're in for a long game the entire time. And I think that taking that and then watching film, figuring out the basketball and stuff where we can grow and do what we need to do, I think we're going to get a lot of wins here.
Is that the new identity you want this team to be? You know, you come and you face Marshall, you might win, but it's going to cost you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when they play us, they should have a long day. There should be no days off when you're playing Marshall. I think that's kind of the environment of Huntington, and I think that we try to embody that when we step on the court. You know, we kind of carry the culture of the city with us. I think that's becoming our identity defensive-wise. You know, we kind of don't let anything up easy. I think Coach always tells us that we're I think maybe number 1 or number 2 in the Sun Belt for like holding teams in the 50s. So it's going to be a long day when you come play Marshall. I think that's the identity that we're building, and I think that that's a good identity to have.
Speaking of court, you see there's a new court now to play on. What are your thoughts? Excited to get to play on a new surface?
I mean, I'm a transfer, so this is the nicest arena I've played in. And when I saw the new court, I got immediately excited. Immediately. It looks so good. Something about the black and the green, it's giving, it's going to be a great, like, I'm very excited to play on this court. It looks so nice. Like, we walked in here yesterday and we saw it, and I was just looking at it from the bird's eye view. It looks so good. I'm super excited to play on this court on Sunday.
I know none of you all lack confidence, but knowing the type of game you had probably against one of the best post players you're going to play this year heading into the rest of the season, what kind of confidence builder is that for you, Mo, and the rest of the forwards?
I mean, I played against the best post players in the country, so I'm never fearful when I step on the court and I see somebody, they lace up their shoes the same way I lace up my shoes. And I think I try to give that confidence to our post group, and our post group is super confident. We're super confident with each other. The basketball is sometimes not a post game. It's sometimes a guard game. So we have to be super confident with each other. You know, even just talking to each other, you know, you miss a layup, doesn't matter, go get that ball and go make the next one, you know. So I think that we're good defensively because we give it to each other every day in practice. So I just know that the other posts that we're playing against, if they're going to get all of the hits that I get from Sam and Mo. So I'm excited when I see it.
We haven't talked with length that you said. Obviously, you know, you spent a long time at Georgetown and stuff. Now you played 9 games with Marshall. How has just the whole first semester been for you at Marshall, and everything from a game perspective and even a non-game perspective?
It's been awesome, honestly. What a way to end my career. I'm super happy that I, decided to take my 5th year. It's like a running joke that he kind of like talked me into it. It's been cool. It's been super different. Definitely different culture-wise, like city-wise and everything. Everything's been different. And I think that, sometimes you need those experiences to grow. So I've been super happy, here. They've been really great with my injuries and stuff, kind of easing me back into the game. It's been really appreciative. I have no complaints. I had a great 4 years at Georgetown, and I'm really excited to have a great year finishing up here at Marshall.
Any other questions for Shanniah?
I'm good on this end, but thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Shanniah.
Awesome. Thank you.